So I put something on my stories, just airing. So when I say on my stories on Instagram, just airing my opinion on it, not in a rant way or nothing, just showing how I feel about it. And basically, I was saying when I'm looking around, I'm seeing people pretending to be tradespeople, essentially. So they've been in the game for 2 seconds, they're pretending to be tradespeople, and then you've got companies wanting these people to represent them as a brand. And a lot of it comes down to the fact that they've got a lot of followers. However, why do some of these tradespeople have a lot of followers? And a lot of that comes down to attraction.
Like you say, you've got to be honest. I think even this podcast, we could say, oh, we want to do it to educate people and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's marketing. And I've said that many times to people.
I'm doing it for self-promotion. Do you know what I mean? We're all doing it for a reason.
I think that's obvious. Entertainment, marketing, yeah, I get all that, and that's obvious. But if you're trying to cover it up and pretend as if it's something it's not, that's where the problem is.
We're doing this because we want to give back to the community.
Yeah, I'm doing it for the people. There is a lot of people that say that and pretend and make out as if it is for everyone. It's like, you're not. You're doing it for yourself. Stop messing about. Just tell everyone, innit? Come on, be real.
Welcome to another edition of Off the Job. Today we have a very special guest. We always do that, don't we? Well, I do anyway. Tyson from Fairway.
This is our first episode of the 3rd season.
Yeah.
We've got to mention that.
Oh, right, okay. Very unprofessional. First episode of the 3rd season. Tyson from Fairway Heating. Welcome.
Welcome, mate.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me today, guys.
Is the lighting all good for you?
Yeah, is the lighting all right for you? Is it good?
Yeah, it's messing up my hairline, but yeah, it's all good, isn't it?
Yeah, but you've done a good job on it before, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
probably a bit more spray, innit?
Yeah, something like that. We got some serious matters to talk about today.
Yeah.
Sorry to spoil the mood, guys. But yeah, some. Sorry, get into it, and we'll get there. Sorry.
Go on. What do you want to talk about? Talk to me.
Something that's disgusting. It's influencers.
What are you having a
go
at me?
I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah, it's influencers.
Yeah, today's just a general topic.
A lot of
isn't it?
people.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Rather
don't
than
like
questioning you, we'd sort of.
general topic.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just fire it out there, man. Let's go for it. Went to a show recently, and the whole build up to it, and as you lot know, because you lot were there, went to a show recently. We've done a bit of work there, and if you really look around, and you look at the companies that are marketing tools, products, things like that, if you really think about it, the people that some of these companies have put in place aren't legit for the job, unfortunately.
Legit as in what? They're not really tradesmen? Tradespeople?
Careful.
They're
Yeah. So I put something on my stories, just airing. So when I say on my stories on Instagram, just airing my opinion on it, not in a rant way or nothing, just showing how I feel about it. And basically, I was saying that when I'm looking around, I'm seeing people pretending to be tradespeople, essentially. So they've been in the game for 2 seconds, they're pretending to be tradespeople, and then you've got companies wanting these people to represent them as a brand, right? And a lot of it comes down to the fact that they've got a lot of followers. However, why do some of these tradespeople have a lot of followers? And a lot of that comes down to attraction.
Right, I get you. Like, cool. So, I mean, I've got a good following. I'm attractive, so I can understand where that comes from.
Well, I mean, I reach out.
I'm not particularly. Because I swear a lot. But I'm not particularly I'm not the best tradesman in the world, and I'm not known for my professionalism. So that's probably why that they don't use me a lot. But yeah, I get that. I get it.
I blame the companies though.
Yeah, you got to have a look at it's the way
the
marketing, but it's a hustle, isn't it? Like
it's a hustle.
It's a hustle what people are doing.
Yeah.
But it's like if you was to go on TV and see, I don't know, let's take it energy drinks for example, innit?
Yeah.
You normally have sports people like who are genuine sports people.
This is a good angle, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good angle.
Are actually in the sport. They're doing the sport and they've been doing it a long time. They're well known and they're promoting this energy drink because it's good for sports and whatever. Yeah. So and it's the same thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't get somebody who's Sunday League to do it. I don't mean to be rude to anyone, but what we're getting at is people have grafted for a long time to be where they are.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they're getting overlooked.
Yeah. The problem is you lot, as the tradesman, aren't the look they're looking for. You got scars, you got tattoos, you got receding hairlines. They're looking for models that actually do the real graft. The problem is, for the companies, they don't understand is the guys that are actually on the ground doing the actual work aren't that. No. They're not that. It's not the truth. So then a lot of the time they're out trying to promote that. You've got these people representing your brand. A lot of them. So it goes like this. I'd say the younger or the newer generation of content creator / influencer realizes you can earn more money from actually creating content than the actual work itself. Yeah. So they're skipping the main part that you need. Yeah. They're skipping all the experience and all that part just to get to the cream, which is the easy part, I suppose. I say it's the cream. I don't even think it's the cream. I actually think it's difficult doing that part. Yeah, the actual trade bit for me is the bit I actually enjoy, realistically, you know, doing the actual work. But they're skipping all of that to then be put in front of a camera to say, oh, hi, this is the tool I use. It's so good. I've been using. They don't know the difference between, I was about to say, tool brands. I'm not going to say they're tool brands. They don't know the difference between that tool or that tool. They're like, oh, it's amazing. It's the best tool I've ever used. You've only used one tool. Yeah. You don't know no different. How can you start telling everyone that this is amazing or this product is so good when you don't even know the difference? Yeah. I've got a friend that basically, he said when he first started, he'll know. If he's seeing this, he'll know. He first started plumbing. He was like 6 months in to his apprenticeship. And he said he was there with his dad and another work colleague, and then the customer was asking him about this particular brand of boiler, and he was saying, oh, this boiler's so good, this, that, and etc., etc. He said he looked over the shoulder and he could see his dad basically laughing at him. Because it's like, how are you going to know? How are you going to give all this spill to people when you don't even know yourself? So when I'm at the trade shows, I'm staring at, and that's all I'm looking at. I'm seeing these people coming out of all this spill, and I'm just there and I'm thinking, you don't know what you're talking about.
And I think that there says it straight away, where somebody, when they employ you, like a punter or whatever, they want experience. Yeah. Don't they? Yeah. They want experience. So people out there who are looking to buy a tool, a brand, would like to know off of experience. That's right, yeah. Not rather than just how many followers you got. That's right, and exactly. You're popular. Yeah, I think that's where we're coming at it. I mean, like, it's all good, and people make money, and it's a hustle, and you got to respect. Like you say, the editing and stuff, it's not easy to do. No, none of it's easy, it's hard work. Yeah, yeah. But I get where you're coming from, and I get where a lot of the older generation trades or influencers that probably do got the ump. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because they're thinking, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I've been doing this a long, long time, and I'm getting overlooked because X, Y, Z. Yeah, yeah. It's just like, you know.
It's a good way to shine a light on it. Realistically, it's a good way to shine a light on it because that's what I'm seeing. That's what you're seeing. We're going around to the trade shows, and you're just seeing people that are on a hustle, and it's so obvious. And when they're talking to me about certain things, I'm thinking, and I can hear the conversations they're having amongst, you know, the manufacturers, because they're trying to impress at the end of the day, which I get it, because like I say, realistically there is more money, I'd say, in the promotional side rather than the actual job itself. And a lot of people cotton onto that. They've realized that's where the money's at, basically. That's where it's. So they're going to that straight away. So they're doing the college thing or whatever, and they're going to that. The thing is, realistically, you can do that, but be honest. Yeah. You don't know everything.
Yeah, you don't need to lie. I get that side.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Because I don't blame them for doing it. But yeah, if you're going to try and wing it and lie and stuff.
This is it. Be honest. You're on your journey. Do you know what I'm saying?
People appreciate that more than anything else. If you look like a hustler, then you're gonna, like you say, come out with it. Say, listen, I've been doing it a couple of years. I'm not. I don't know fucking everything. I still do it now. I don't know everything. Obviously, nobody in this industry knows everything.
Do you know what this relates to as well? How many coaches are out there now that ain't actually experienced what they're coaching in? Right. You see, like, coaches coming out of everywhere, like business mentors. Yeah. Like, everyone's becoming an online coach now because that's where the money is, but they haven't actually lived it.
I wonder what he's talking about then. I'm just thinking about buses parked outside. I'm thinking, what do you mean coaches outside? What?
But everyone's becoming like an online guru in anything. Yeah. You don't actually know if they've experienced that or whatever. And again, with the companies, maybe they don't have enough people in their company that's has trade experience to know if that person's
that's
worthy or not.
So financial, because the thing is, it takes time at the end of the day. So financially, I've seen some companies do it, but then saying that some of them are big companies that are able to do that. But from the marketing side of things, getting someone that's just got loads of followers, you've got to understand what is going on there. So I'm not saying all of them aren't good and that, but you really have to look at what you're doing, because you can damage your brand. I personally myself haven't gone with certain companies because I don't want to align myself with that type of trade or them type of people.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want to do it.
Who they're going for. And
who they're going for, because they're just...
Yeah, not who they're going for, but just they're going for anyone.
Anyone, literally anyone. And like I say, I don't want to damage my own brand. Like,
you want it to be authentic.
Exactly.
You want that person to use your product or tool.
Yeah.
Not that
in their day-to-day stuff. So if you're using it in your day-to-day stuff, where's the struggle there?
Makes it easier.
There's no... If you're using it every day, all I'm seeing online is people pretending they'll create a scenario or a situation where they're using something. How the marketing company's not seeing this, for one, and then how the people that are physically doing it. Look, listen, I know you got to earn your money, I understand it, but we can see it as clear as day. You definitely don't use that product or that tool or whatever. You don't use it. I can see even by the way you're holding it. Yeah. You know?
But the problem is, like, you only know if you're in it. So, like, if you was to see an advert for, I don't know, links, if you see 100 people advertise that, you don't know who they are, but because you've seen it 100 times, it might make you buy it. Yeah. So then maybe that's what these companies are thinking. We just want eyes on our product.
That's right. Yeah. Exposure.
Rather than who it is.
Which then is the bad part of social media. Yeah. Because that's the scumbag bit, in the sense that everything you're seeing online, this is the bad bit with the direction social media goes. It damages people mentally, because you're seeing stuff online. You're a tradesman, you're grafting your nuts off, you've been tagging this tool company for so long. Someone comes in for 2 seconds and then they get a bundle of tools or bundle of product. And it's like, hold on a minute, what's going on? It's because you don't fit the look or the profile, or you don't have enough following. But why don't they have enough following?
Do you know what could help this? I actually spoke to a lady. She was at CT1, and I did think of it. Not saying I was going to do the idea or think of it, but it come to my head recently that there's not like an agency for tradespeople.
There kind of is.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's Penny.
Is that who works for
No, there's just
with CT1.
There's a lot of agencies with tradespeople. Yeah, there are, and that's what they're trying to do. There's actually quite a few now, to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Questions answered.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
That could help, because then these companies will go to this agent and say, who do you have on your books and what do they do?
Well, this is what's already happening. So, I went to Birmingham recently about this. And another thing, again, it didn't fit what I was thinking because of that reason. So it's like, it's a hard one, because it's tough, because what we was talking about the attraction side of things. Do you remember what you were saying? Yeah. So, like, you've got this power tool, and this person, are they really looking at the power tool?
That's the thing, innit? And the thing is, like, when you're saying companies are using these people,
say it how it is, Pete. Stop messing about, mate.
No, I like to be professional, Tyson. But companies using these people, but their following are not in the trade.
Yeah.
They're not going to use that power tool.
So what type of people are following these people?
Perverts.
Oh, no.
What? I just want to say it as it is. You know what I mean?
Hi, Chris.
Please don't egg him on.
No, but you know what I mean? They're
like some sweet.
Haribo.
Just say what it is. You know, there is a lot of people who are not in the trade following certain said people who. They're never going to look at the tools. They're not looking at the tools.
Yeah, that's right. But they've got a large following and they get a lot of views.
I'd say more for the companies.
Well, this is what I'm saying. But this is the hustle, isn't it?
That's the angle we're getting at here. The companies, you are spending money on people what you're not going to get a return on.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the face of it looks shiny and gleamy, and we're going to get a good return, but you're not.
Yeah, this is. I think this is part of the learning thing, because I suppose it's so new. And it almost comes across like you saying that, like, as if you're hating. You're not. No, you're just saying what you see.
We don't want people to think that we're hating on these people.
We don't. Yeah. Like I say, I appreciate the hustle, but you got to look at the whole side of it, because there's like you said, you put that out on your stories as an opinion, and you got so much come back off of it.
Yeah, we're mental.
Absolutely crazy. Like, did we want to read out some of them things or go into that, or some of? I don't know. Weren't we? I don't know.
I don't mind, but yeah. Yeah, go for it if you want. Some of it goes into some serious depth, so I don't really want to start.
No, we don't have to.
No. Some of it goes into some depth, but it's not coming from our mouth, is what I'm saying.
Oh, fair dues. So I just thought, I thought it was a thing, but but you'd got a lot of reaction from it, so that goes to show the actual what people's thoughts are.
So what we got next is Fex. And what are we going to see at Fex?
Well, they've changed location.
Yeah.
Olympia?
Olympia, yeah.
Okay, and then are you guys going there as influencers? Genuine ones?
Mate.
Or, content, or what are you going as?
Pete and Kieran.
Pete and Kieran, innit? You know what I mean? We are what we are, mate.
Who wants Pete and Kieran? Look at them. Why would you pay for that?
Did we even say was it installer show? We didn't even actually mention installer show, did we? We said exhibition. Now we're mentioning Fex, like.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah.
Installer show's good, man. Did you like installer show?
Yeah, it was great. That's what I was saying. But I was there for 3 days working solid. I was actually grafting. It's weird because people come up and it seemed like it's just all a joke and whatever, but my legs are finished.
Mate,
my voice was done by the end of it. It was done by the end of it.
My legs. I walked a lot more on that one than I did others because I was having a little cheeky look around, and it was massive, wasn't it? And I was like, at the end of the day, your legs.
Yeah. My
feet were like sore. I was like, Jesus. Because
I've got a question.
Go on, ask.
So, what advice? Obviously, you do the social media stuff. What advice would you give someone that wants to get into it?
Right, so I'm going to say,
go to college and work for 10 years first.
You know what I mean, No, legit. I've been through the cycle now, and I'm out the other side, so I understand it fully, completely. I understand it. So, coming in from the beginning, so I didn't start off as an apprentice when I was doing the content creation. I was doing it more for clients, so to actually get business, not from brands or nothing like that, for my actual clients, people I'm doing work for. If you're getting into it, stay true to yourself. Pete said this, actually. So we had a load of deals come through. Me and Pete used to talk about deals as we're coming up. Similar sort of time, really. And we were talking about brands and things like that, and certain things we do. Stay true to really what you do as an actual job and the stuff you use. If you stay true to what you do, your followers are going to believe what you do because you're actually giving out proper advice. So it doesn't necessarily have to be advice. It can be entertainment, it can be anything. But as long as you stay true to yourself, then promoting something's easy. It's not hard for you to do, because if you already use the stuff or you're already part of that thing, then it's not. You're not trying, essentially. So then you're not out there hustling.
Yeah, it looks authentic.
Yeah, it's authentic. Well, it is, because you're actually using it.
Yeah, don't look, it is.
Yeah, if you force it, like Dave, I hope you don't mind me saying this. He done a bit of modelling. Dave done a bit of modelling at the installer show. So he was on the stand near me. It was like a stage.
We should put this out as a promo clip with him doing the modelling.
Yeah, yes.
Him and a few others were doing some modelling, and I'll be honest with you.
He's gonna be honest. He's gonna be honest, Dave.
That was the funniest thing I've seen. I don't think Dave's going to do that type of modelling again. Personally, it was seriously awkward. But look,
I thought it was the YMCA up there.
I felt like it flowed well with the female models. I feel like they've done it really well, and it's there. But when you see an actual tradesman trying to model, like, this isn't using tools here.
Zoom in on my eyes.
Yeah. This isn't actual tools or a product here. This is clothing. You know, this is like, if you've got a radio phase, just no, I'm joking.
Look, what we're saying, Dave, is right. You're not been a model, and you're skipping the queue right, to become a model. Let the models do that.
Let the models do it.
Do you know what I mean?
No, listen, banter-wise, like, it is funny. It was quite funny to watch, to be honest with you. I'm not digging him out. It was genuinely funny to watch. Obviously, he's a tradesman. They're trying to genuinely do, get a tradesman to do it and stuff. But walking up and down the catwalk.
Meow.
Imagine if he got approached by a clothing company to be a model.
Mate, do you know what? It's funny because I went fishing for a clothing, basically, for like, so I done like a pretend, like messing about modelling video, if you like, for a jacket and whatever. And then since then, the amount of companies that came at me to do modelling, like, but videos, messing about or whatever. So there's a revenue in it. There's something in it. Do you know what I'm saying? You can do it. But just for a laugh, I just wanted to wind Dave up. So Dave, if you're watching, your modelling was terrible.
Back to the.
What was we saying about?
Let me get back
getting into it.
Let me just skip back a bit where we was talking about be true to yourself. Right.
That was it,
so on the way to installer, right, when I got to installer, I got to the hotel and I opened up my phone, and I had a DM from. Right. So.
Excuse me. Okay.
So the ones who put the old implants in your hair and all that.
What's that?
Right. Now, I'm not being funny, right? I've not had that done, so I'm staying true to myself. But I could not. They said, we're not saying that you need hair. That's what they said. And I think there was a blanket message to a lot of people. And I said, I don't use you, so I'm hardly going to... They go, yeah, but there's a lot of tradesmen out there that would probably find it because you have a following.
So they've asked you to do it and basically say...
They asked me to promote it. Yeah, they've asked me to promote it.
You do use it, though?
Oh, shut up, Kieran. I don't use it. But I said to them, I won't be using that because I don't have that done. I mean, you might be able to go along.
Let me tell you
you didn't get a message on the way to install it.
What's the secret?
Yeah, I might got a message and I might be doing it.
Are you going to do it?
No, I'm joking. No, I'm not doing it. I did get a message, though.
You got that message?
Yeah, I got exactly the same message, and I did think about it. And I'm still thinking about it.
I said to him, listen, when the time comes that I need it, I'll do it.
Time's now, no?
No, mate. Look, this is my own locks.
Oh, he's representing McDonald's. Oh, got you.
No, but do you know what I mean? If something comes up like that, and they're offering you to have it done, you're going to take that if you need it.
I know. Do you know what? It's weird because I'm vain, but not that vain yet. So I don't know yet, but I did obviously look at it.
I don't know because
I did look at it.
I'm nowhere near it.
But how are you going to put that on your business page?
What?
Like, how are you going to put that's got nothing to do with trade on your business page?
I ain't got a business page. My page ain't a business page.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, mine is anyway. Yeah. So my Instagram is strictly a business tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put my stuff on there. The work I actually do. I don't put my personal life on there, but I put my. So essentially, it's my business page. What has me having a hair transplant got to do with plumbing, heating? What the hell has that got to do with any of that? Do you know what I'm saying? It's got nothing to do with it. So I wouldn't do it. So, and like you say about staying true to yourself.
Yeah.
I come back, my hairline's down on the next podcast.
Yeah. But my thing is, like, the company's coming at me with something I don't use.
Yeah.
There's so many things that I've been offered.
Yeah. Software ones as well.
Software ones. Yeah. Like I say, whenever every software company approaches me, I say I'm tied in with him anyway. Yeah, so do you know what I mean? Yeah. But just random stuff, like random tools,
you're not tied into me.
Footwear.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? All that stuff, which I'm never going to use, and so I'm never going to just sell out and,
hold on,
and do it.
The footwear one, is that not someone just actually trying to get you to send their trainers, trainers?
That happens as well.
And sniff your trainers.
Happens. Do you know what? I heard some stories across the table at meals and that people actually are selling their trainers with their socks in.
Of course they will.
Mate, with the socks in?
Yeah. I've heard the conversations. People
You'll be doing that in 5
I
years
had that
time.
when
He's already done it.
When I was first on social, somebody asked me for pictures of my feet, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that's insane.
What's that all about? Do you know, and what size shoe? I thought he was trying to flog me trainers.
Right.
And I just went, size 14, mate. Do you know what I mean? And he's like, but no, he wants to see pictures of my feet. And I'm like, this is a little bit weird for me. I'm going to have to block you now.
Only fans, isn't
But
it?
there are some people who will monetize that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think, what road are you going down there, sort of thing?
They ain't got experience with feet. When they're sending feet.
Well, they do call him Pete the Feet.
Pete the Feet.
Pete the Feet, mate.
It's for entirely different reasons.
Where did you get to the point where you went into the atmosphere past a certain level? Because on the way up, as we both know, you said about advice-wise, for people that are trying to do this, you're going to get a lot of hate on the way up. So almost similar to what we're talking about today. Sounds
people
like
are probably scared to start doing that first video because people are going to be
destroy them.
Do you know what? I had a lad come up to me in the installer and asked me. He said he's not got the confidence to do the videos. Yeah. And I said to him, why not? And he goes, just what people might say. And he said, but my daughter says that I should do it. And I went, you're halfway there.
Yeah.
If you've got support of your family, you're halfway there. I said, well, what are you worried about anyone else for?
Yeah.
What are you worried? And he said to me, he said, after talking to him and giving him advice, he goes, I think I'm going to do it. And I actually shared his video on my page.
Was it any good? I'll be real.
To be honest, it wasn't my kind of video. Do you know what I mean? Not normally my type. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to share it for him because just to get him out there and get him started. And
so how do you mean it wasn't your type of video, Pete?
Well, it's not my humour. I'm about humour and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But it was no.
I was going to say something.
Tell us more, Pete.
No.
This is why people don't want to post the videos.
No, do you know what I mean? Yeah, you're the reason. Yeah. But no, you just got to get yourself out. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks. And you were saying, what was you saying about as you come through the what?
As you come through the ranks. So you come through the ranks.
I don't feel any different to what I did the first day I started posting. I don't see it as any different. Yeah. Because at the end of the day.
But where does your confidence come from?
I already had it. I already had it. Because you
all right, belief in yourself.
It's not all about you,
in it. Oh, Pete.
No. Belief in yourself is probably
that comes covered because you're posting a lot more confident now.
Yeah, I mean, I used to post. I used to post some absolute dog videos, like dog, terrible, cringe.
Do you think that's because you put the pressure on yourself to post every day, so people just put out videos for the sake of it?
Yeah, there's people who still think I'm cringe. There's always going to be someone out there who thinks you're cringe and rubbish and all that malarkey. But I just think at the end of the day, I look at it, I'm talking to my phone. I don't even think about who's going watching. Out to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You know what? How I see it is weird. If your work's good, and because like I say, you've got to be experienced here. This is what I was talking about the experience part. If your work's good, your work's good. What does it matter?
Yeah.
You make mistakes, yeah. Do you know what? Just leave them on. Just leave them on.
I couldn't care.
You make mistakes, it happens. Everyone messes something up at some point. Do you know what I'm saying? Just put your work out there and see what happens. If your work's bad, you'll find out.
Yeah, I didn't post a lot of work videos. I posted a work video yesterday just with a little spin on it, and I got a lot of positivity off of it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't perfect job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It was like there were some pipes not clipped.
Yeah.
I actually lagged it. Yeah. The lagging wasn't brilliant.
But then who cares? And this is the thing of which is what I've realised. It brings me on to that. Yeah, the reason why I asked you this question is because you know what? You get to a stage where you realise no one actually gives a damn.
Nope.
In fact, you know what? They want to have something to moan about.
Yeah.
So give them something to moan about.
Yeah.
Actually give them something to moan about and your content will go further. So if you want to raise your following, wear one steel toe cap boot and one flip-flop in one of your videos and that video will go mental. Because everybody go, you can't do that.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Give them something to talk about. Do you know what I mean? Just give them something to talk about. You can't... On one of the videos I've done that's gone mental, I'm sticking in a bath. People cannot agree on how to fit a bath. It is going crazy. They're all arguing with each other. It is madness. When I realised that, and I thought, with what's going on in the world, now I understand why that's going on in the world, because we can't even work out the best way to fit a bath. And I'm not even trying to do it the best way. I'm just doing it how I know.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not trying to do it the best. Them days of trying to be perfect are over.
Yeah.
They're over. They're over and done with. I'm not doing that no more. Before, I used to watch the other people. You're almost imitating what you think is correct, and you're trying to say everything correctly.
You've got to stick to your own thing, haven't you?
Yeah.
Create your own sort of...
Yeah, before you know it, your stuff's a website. It looks like a website. It's not legit, you know?
Do you know what? There are more people out there, right, watching social media who are your everyday plumber. Who lash it in, who do stuff just to get the job in, and out. Yeah. And that's what I've noticed, who I connect with.
Yeah, because we've all been there.
Exactly.
It's been real.
We've all seen the shiny pipes.
Yeah.
But people actually want to actually see
a bit of the rawness.
That, he does the same as me.
It's more, it's more realistic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's more realistic. But when you've got now to the point where I've got to in it, I am getting paid to make it perfect, essentially, because I'm putting people's products in. So for the people that don't understand, when you're watching certain videos, the reason why it can be so perfect, certain things, when I say perfect, I mean very neat, this, that product's in it, this, that, because this is what we get paid to do. So when you get to that point, so you got people in the beginning, where I was in the beginning, trying to make everything so perfect so I can get sponsorship and things like that. I'm losing money because it's taking me ages to do it. But at the same time, I'm building something, so hopefully one day I can financially gain from it. But that is what it is. You will financially gain for it. I find it fun creating really good videos and things that are a bit... But now I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting random bits in there because it makes it go mad. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not trying to be perfect.
Hello, you wonderful listeners and watchers. Just pumping the brakes on this exciting episode to let you know about Kieran's app that's changing the game in the gas certificate world.
If you're sick and tired of doing gas certificates on paper, then Gas Certificate app is your way forward. But it wouldn't be an app worth talking about if that's it. With no hassle, you can manage your diaries, invoices and quotes for all your jobs, so you'll never be chasing paperwork again.
Don't forget those boiler manuals. I can tell you how many times I've been looking at a boiler and thinking, what the... Thankfully, the in-app boiler manuals have saved me and got me out of quite the pinch.
If it's helped Pete here, then Gas Certificate app will definitely help you, especially with its easy-to-use gas reg calculator and the extremely handy ability to duplicate certs. Brilliant for when you're doing your annual services on previous jobs.
And for the icing on the cake, it has a complete offline mode. So if you're on a job in the middle of nowhere or servicing a boiler in the basement of a building with no signal, you've still got access to everything the app has to offer to keep you working hard.
So click the link down below or in the description. Use the code POD30 to get 30% off yearly subscriptions. That's for all new users. That's POD30 for 30% off our yearly subscriptions for new users. A lot of people lose their love, don't they, after a certain amount of time? Have you ever lost, like...
Passion, yeah, definitely.
Passion, yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, definitely. Because you'll keep trying, and you're thinking, what am I actually doing this for? Yeah. And the people that really matter to you, well, for me, is my family. I don't really... So, and then at the same time, it kind of helps you because it's like, well, what does it matter? But then the hate helps you as well. So the hate I was getting when I was trying to be perfect, that it actually steered me on. It made me go further. Like, watch this then.
Same
here. Yeah, watch this. All right, you don't think there's something. Watch this space. And I was like, you don't want to talk? All right, watch this then. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it was a challenge. But now, I don't feel like it's a challenge as much now. So it's actually a bit like I've kind of got to chuck a spanner in the works to try and get me a bit motivated, because at the minute I've got no motivation because I'm not trying to be perfect, like I say, at all. So I don't know, it's a strange one, to be fair.
Do you get work from your page then?
Yeah, loads, man, loads, absolutely loads of work from my page. It's brilliant. Like, it's really good in that way. But the time I've had to put in, well, you don't know. You know how this goes, but the time I have put into my page is ridiculous. That is like hours. You know, and this is where the thing of people looking at, you're just getting free tools, you're just getting this and that and this. But
people don't look at the time.
And this is it, I
think that's good advice for people to actually analyse how much time they put in, so they're not wasting time. It's not wasting time. It's a long-term thing, isn't it? But
I think
you have to think about this.
It does generate work for me. It generates work for me because I've worked with you. I've worked with Crookshanks. I've got people in to help me out.
Loads of work.
Yeah, it's generated loads of work just in the plumbing thing. Yeah. Because you're in this mass community group. Like if you wasn't on socials and you was just in your hometown, there might be like a handful of plumbers who might help you to work. But here, you've got a massive there's a massive community of people where you can if you needed a bit of work, if you were struggling, you could go, hey, you ain't got any work for us or something like that. You can help you out. And vice versa, if you need to get somebody to give you an hand, do a job for a job, whatever you want to do. Do you know what I mean?
So whether it's direct to the client, so the content I was doing when I first started was direct to the client. That's boring content, so it doesn't blow up because it's just boring. And then afterwards, the kind of madness content. Pete actually influenced it, to be fair. Some of the madness. I haven't gone as far as Pete in that way. But that sort of content, I feel like it blows up after a while. But your stuff's just going mental. You're just going to go bigger and bigger and bigger with your stuff.
I find a lot of people like want to do like I've said, when you moan about something as well, which I'm quite well known for, that often does well because you're moaning on behalf of people.
Yeah, it's relatable. It's completely relatable, yeah.
The amount of comments you get of like, oh, I've so wanted to say that for ages and this, that and the other, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is, again, people like to see that. Even though I'm having a moan and it can come across negative, people are getting a positive out of it.
They're getting something
it's
from
entertaining
it.
for them, do you know what I mean?
And it's light-hearted as well.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes we go right in.
Yeah, his eyes are bloodshot red, going crazy. I'm like, Pete, you might want to take that down. Nah, mate. Nah.
He's in the moment.
Yeah, properly.
Posting it. Like,
do you know what? He reels other influencers in, and I have to tell them, listen, if you want that deal with such and such, you better take that off your page. And they're like, yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
I say, listen, I tell them, no, you don't have to share it. You don't have to. No, I'm sharing it.
Yeah, that's it.
And then you come along and go, you might not want to share that. I'm not going to share
that.
That's happened a few times, and he goes off on a rant. I'm going to sit back and just let him do the rant, and after he's like, maybe we shouldn't put that on there.
I did the other week, didn't I? Got a right hump in here the other week when I was ranting about something. But somebody put in a comment. I won't comment on it, but it was all to do with the van crime stuff, and I went in on one. Yeah. It was blue, but not because of these colours. The air was blue because of the language that was
right.
Yeah, I went in. We had to cut that out. It wouldn't have been good for our YouTube channel.
With it.
Our 13 listeners would have got the right ump.
That's a shame you can't. The thing is with things like that, it does. People can take what you say the wrong way.
Yeah.
Even though you don't mean
it.
So
anyone can take anything out of context, can't they?
Yeah.
He's your boss, isn't he? Look, he's telling you, he's basically giving you a disciplinary right now.
What did I say?
Yeah, you just might want to tone it down a bit there, Pete. Yeah.
I'll let him go with it.
Yeah, people can take it the wrong way.
So the van crime thing, is it legit? Is everyone doing it for the legit reasons, so people are posting it on their pages. It's another thing I'm seeing. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but are people doing it because they really care, or am I just seeing people jumping on it for clout?
Well, we've posted a lot on it, and we're not doing it for clout.
But is it legit?
I think you just do it just to help.
I think
you might not necessarily overly care about it like some people, but you just do it to help.
But do they overly care? This is what I'm saying. So I'm seeing some stuff, and it's brilliant that everyone's doing this stuff, and it's great and whatever. But at the same time, listen, it all
say as it is. Is it for clout purposes?
Yeah, for clout purposes. I see a lot of people doing it for clout, and because I can see there's a pattern. I know how this goes. I see you, is what I'm telling you. I see you. But we'll let it go because my van's been done. And but there's a lot of standing there looking strong and for this cause. But really, are you for that cause, or is it for you? Is it for you and your page? Do you get what I'm saying? I see a lot. I've been seeing a lot of that. That's what I'm saying. I clock everything.
I don't get us wrong. We could be accused of that. Do you know what I mean? Because we've posted a lot on it. But I think, I see it as a lot of people will do it for self purposes as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think ultimately, at the end of the day, because it's a positive thing, even if somebody's doing it because they just want to promote themselves more, and it's not all about the van thing, then surely it's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's,
ultimately,
it's a really
I don't think you need to overly care about it to help. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more of a thing to try and, because it is a serious thing, in it. Like when somebody's been done 2 or 3 times and
I've
talking.
done twice.
Yeah.
My van got done. That got cleaned out. I had locks in it and they destroyed it. And then my truck got stolen.
Yeah.
It's like with my tools in it. So they're all gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get it. Like I fully understand it, and I appreciate what a lot of people are doing with it. But then also, like I say, on the other hand, I feel like people are like, right, let's jump on this because we can get some clout and things. So there's again, I say there's a bit of that, but it's just where's the line with all of it? It's like,
I don't know if there is a line because everyone
wants something.
Yeah,
everyone's trying to progress, and like I suppose you've got to do these things to get somewhere. So
yeah, but then this is what I was saying to you about being the problem within this industry we're in, because it's not legit all the time. It's there's a lot of fraudulent stuff that goes on, and all I'm saying is I see it in it, and that's why I wanted to come on here to talk about it.
Yeah,
it's because I damn see it.
Yeah, you know we all see it, and we call things all the time. Like, do you know what I mean? We'll be like, not too sure.
Yeah,
not too sure about that one.
Yeah,
but
but like you say, everything everyone does is doing for some personal gain.
Yeah.
But it's part of life.
Yeah, but then can't we just let that be known? But can't we just let that be known then?
But then the thing is,
you know,
so,
rather than tricking people.
But then the thing is, right, this is the thing around it then. So then, do we look on everything? It's one of them worlds then where we look on everything as cynicism.
Not everything.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it wouldn't be everything. Obviously, we've got that, what comes with it, but just can't you just be honest?
Honest about it.
Yeah, honesty.
This is what we're doing it for. All right, don't get me wrong, we're doing it for this, trying to help the cause, but also there's some self-gain here. Or business, because obviously this is now turned into a business thing. So social media, a lot of the time, is a business thing. So it's a business tool, and that's how I see it, as a business tool. So, but at the same time as that, you've got all your kids and everyone watching these people and this stuff. So I'm not talking about trade stuff, essentially, but I'm talking about whatever it may be. And it's like, it's not legit. You're not going to be like that, son. You know, that's not the real world. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not the real. So we're slowly moving into this thing where it's not the real world, and our kids and everyone. When I look at social media, I know what I'm looking at in the sense of I know what's true and what's not. Most of these people are looking at stuff, believing that this is true.
But that's because we've come from the real world.
Yeah. Do
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then where do you lose touch? This is what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like, is this legit? You know, and it's like I said, the thing with the kids, they're all staring at their phones, watching stuff, thinking it's the truth, thinking it's real. You know, this stuff, and you've got people that are purposely doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of it. I'm not going to say I'm not guilty of it. I've done things deliberately.
Like you say, you've got to be honest. I think even this podcast, we could say, oh, we want to do it to educate people and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's marketing.
Yeah.
Like, and I've said that many times to people.
Yeah.
But you can work around it differently. So
I'll be honest, of course, I'm doing
marketing.
I'm doing it for self-promotion. Do you know what I mean? We're all doing it for a reason.
But that's obvious, though. Yeah. I think that's obvious. Entertainment, marketing, I get all that, and that's obvious. But if you're trying to cover it up and pretend as if it's something it's not, and that's where the problem is.
We're doing this because we want to give back to the community.
Yeah.
And I'm
doing it for the people.
We feel like we're doing it for you, and we just want to give you something back.
I feel like there's an element of that, but there's a lot of people that do say exactly what you just said. There is a lot of people that say that.
I get that. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? There is a lot of people that say that and pretend and make out as if it is for everyone. It's like, you're not. You're doing it for yourself. Stop messing about. Just tell everyone, innit? Come on. Be real.
There's nothing wrong with that. Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to progress, and so there's nothing wrong with saying it's for yourself.
There's nothing wrong with saying it is for yourself partly as well.
I've always said though, like anything on social media, we're all fucking attention seekers. We are.
Yeah, it's true.
Everyone likes a little bit of attention.
Of course.
We wouldn't be doing it.
Got an ego in some.
Yeah, of course that. Yeah, you wouldn't be doing it. You wouldn't be getting that phone out every day, recording yourself and that. And.
But is that the validation?
I think everyone likes the idea of being like famous and stuff, but when you're actually there, people are like,
it's not easy.
I want my own space.
It's not easy, mate. It's not.
These top. These like celebs, like real celebs,
they haven't got a life.
They would rather probably just earn money through not being famous.
You
can't go down Tesco and buy a bag of crisps.
But don't you want to be known for going down Tesco buying a bag of crisps? Don't you want to be known for it? Me and Pete, when we first used to do the installer show on the stands, we'd have a little competition of how many people would come up and take photos and things like that. And then just for banter, and then Pete just started wiping me out with it. So we'd have a laugh with it, and I'd try and make it as awkward as I could for Pete. But like, Pete, he knows ya. It's
quite embarrassing.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
I got spotted in Wichita, couldn't hack it.
No way.
I actually did. Early stages of this year, someone spotted me from the podcast.
He was like, yeah, go on, mate. What do you want me to sign? No, I just said I know you.
He couldn't hack it, but he ain't stopped going on about it. Mentions it every episode. Do you know what I mean? Funnily enough, he contacted me because he see I was down there. Yeah. He contacted me at the weekend and asked me to go if I wanted to go for like dinner with my missus. He'd give me a discount, but couldn't.
Yeah, so I was sitting down with my missus having food.
Yeah.
This guy comes over like, "Are you Kieran from Off the Job?"
No way.
Like, yeah,
that's quality.
Got, like,
things like that are nice.
Off the meal,
yeah, things like that are nice. Do you know what I'm saying? All that because you know Pete, all right? Pete, ain't you later, mate? Yeah, it's stuff. To be fair, like I say, it's gonna blow up. It's very controversial, but it's just gonna keep banging and blowing.
I'm glad I touched you a few years ago when we met.
Yeah, yeah. That is funny. Yeah, that he, to be fair though, he's come on leaps and bounds, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because like in the first, you didn't go to the first one, did you?
No, I wasn't there.
Dartford,
didn't even know about it.
That was like I see him doing his speech, and I was like,
"Who's this geezer?"
I was talking to my mate. I was like, "What's fucking geezer all about?" You know what I mean? Can't hear him. What?
Yeah.
He looks like is he sweating? Like,
to be fair, you come a long way with this.
Yeah,
I didn't think you had the minerals for it.
Helped. Huh?
I didn't think you had the minerals for it.
Yeah.
When Pete said about it, I was like, yeah,
Kieran in the podcast. That's probably what everyone thought.
No, yeah, fair play. You're doing it. You're making it happen. Yeah. I didn't actually say that, by the way. I'm just joking.
No, you didn't.
Put it out there.
But it was, no, he's done well, innit? You know what I mean? So.
And then where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here?
What, the conversation?
No, money, content creation, business. Where does this go?
That's the thing. A lot of people don't know where it goes. Well, like they have this idea of doing social media, but what's the end goal?
Yeah,
it's hard to know what that is.
I don't think you've got an end goal. I think you just roll with it, and then if something like a spike happens, and then you get something like an offer of something or other, and then you roll with that and then see where that takes you. I don't think there's no end. There ain't no. You've completed it.
You need like some structure though, like because you don't want to be going from one thing to another and having no security there or setting up your future. As you do it, you want to learn and decide. Right, I'm going to go into this. I can earn a full-time living off of this for 20 years. Like, it's good to have that direction but
like you said, structure where people don't have it in their lives and they're dismantling what they've got at home. So this is the problem. So you got validation online and the real world. There is a massive difference between the two, as we know. There is a massive difference between the two. So you can have your phone and be looking at the likes you've got and the interaction you're getting on videos, but then when you put that down or the phone's not there, real validation, where does that come from? And a lot of people think they're going to get it from online. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not getting that from online. No. That's a different inner thing. And again, moving on to another thing that we see when we're sitting down at a dinner table. Sitting down at a dinner table on a influencer thing, and you see everyone getting their phones out, thinking, it's all crazy. So when you look at everyone, you're like, oh my God, these people are having the best time ever. And then as soon as the camera goes off, it's just like...
It's like a build-up to install at the end of it. It's like,
loads of noise and all that, but then when it really comes to it, are you really happy inside with yourself?
You know, an installer, people are probably... I've seen all these videos out about installer, people popping up everywhere, walking into the entrance.
That's it,
I didn't do a lot of that. I didn't have my phone out, recording everything I could.
Yeah, you was part of it.
I was sort of like, I was living.
Yeah.
Albeit, let's be honest, a lot of it's to do with social media installer.
Yeah.
But I wasn't constantly I'd done a couple of little videos, obviously, to promote the companies I was with.
Yeah.
But I wasn't making these like big reels and stuff like that, showing wow, we're partying. It's just not a bit of me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll live it, but I'm not gonna just like constantly have my phone up in my hand, running around, and
because you're in the atmosphere, mate.
Yeah.
You're past all of it now.
Maybe that's what you was on
about.
You're
the nuts. No, but legit, that's what I meant about being when you get to the point where you're past that, essentially. Do you get what I'm saying? So now that's what I mean about being past it. You're over it now. You know what I mean? You've done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've sort of gone past that hurdle.
Exactly.
It's like that's when you need to think, what's my structure now? What's next?
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
You're like at that point.
Yeah.
Like, how can I make something from this?
This is it. Without a doubt. Yeah, 100%.
At the end of the day, it all depends. Anything you do is like what makes you happy in life.
Yeah.
And what your lifestyle is.
Yeah, yeah.
like, I do all this and the other stuff, but realistically, I love a simple life.
Yeah.
I love going away in the van.
Yeah.
It's nice, the thought of having nice things. Yeah, I'd like to have a nice car, but I do just love the simple life, just going chilling in a van in somewhere.
Like people like that, that is a bit of me. Like, I wish, like, just a simple life, and everybody. But a lot of people will dream or go out of their way to own like a £50,000 car on tick.
Yeah.
And really they're not
put it on the socials.
Yeah.
Say, look.
And they're not really enjoying that.
Yeah.
That payment, but they're then
the payment.
But they're not, are they? They're grafting for £600 a month.
The car owns you, rather than you owning the car.
And I like people give me a lot of stick about my van. I couldn't give a crap about my van because it's mine. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I own that van, and I don't care. I don't get me wrong. If I could afford one, but I'm not going to put myself in that bracket of like struggling.
Give him some Ford, maybe. Could you help my mate P out?
Been trying that for about 3 years.
Right.
I've tagged him.
He's gonna have like a brand new van. He's gonna, what?
It'd be nice. Don't get me wrong.
I've changed my mind.
Don't get me wrong. Like, if the opportunity come out, that'd be nice. But like, I'm not gonna really.
If it comes your way, I'm gonna go to you. You're not being true to yourself. You're doing this for personal gain.
I'll take a van any day. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna skint myself for something.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I need it, then I'll have to.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna go out of my way to get this flash.
If you've got the money to buy a nice house, nice car, fair enough. Yeah. Even though I like a simple life, I'd like them things as well. But it's not everything.
I'm not desperate for it.
But then hand in hand, see with the van side of things, that can also benefit you, because if you look the part when you pull up to jobs, that's another thing that can help you towards, because if you turn up in that green piece of whatever that is,
they think they're bringing their shopping.
I think
for like Asda bags.
jeans down, arsehole hanging out.
Oh,
mate, we're gonna do your plumbing, mate.
Everyone says I do the same jokes over and over again. But like, but I don't think, in all honesty, I don't think people.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The colours are a little bit what's name, but I don't.
You love it, really.
But I don't think
it's not a bad van. It's just the colours.
I don't think people. Man. I don't think. But I don't think people really. As long as you go, if you go in and sell yourself as a tradesman, right, and you know what you're talking about, and you do a good job and perform well and honest and polite, I don't think they give a shit about your van.
Yeah, maybe. But if you pull up to a job and there's a person exactly the same as you, one with a nicer van.
Do you know what that'd speak to me? Yeah. That'd say he's expensive.
Yeah, but then maybe that's what they want.
Do they?
Yeah, like, because they think it's going to be a better job.
Not in jobs of our times.
It does help. Like, say if you have a larger company, all the clothing.
Listen, I honestly, people who brand themselves. But you're talking about one-man bands as opposed to big business sort of thing. Yeah. I think people, if you're in a local area, I really don't think people, as long as you perform, if people know you,
of course,
I've got like a reputation in my area of being not a bad plumber, right? Do you know what I mean? I'm reliable. I turn up. If something goes wrong, because it does every now and then, I'm back there and I'm putting it right. Do you know what I mean? And I think if you've got that behind you, I don't think people really care what van you're driving. I really don't. I see a lot of people keep promoting themselves with vans, this, vans, that. And it's like, you're a tradesman. Let your hands do the talking. Yeah. Not, again, it's like, it's sort of like that. How do you know that guy who's turned up in a van, right, doesn't know what he's doing? He's just got a brand spanking it. Where did he get it from?
It's the stereotype, though, isn't it?
What, we're back to that again. Is he an influencer who's just been given a van?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's the same with the tools as well, realistically, because you don't need every tool, even though I've got every tool.
You don't?
But you don't, realistically, you don't need every tool. It does make life easier, not carting it in.
Having the right tools.
Having the right tool for the right job allows you to do a very clean job, But at the same time as that, I never, when I first started off, had all the tools. And I slowly built them up.
I still ain't. My tool collection is shit.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I've got the old Makita stuff still. Or probably do we allow? Yeah, of course we are. I've still got my tools are old. Right?
Yeah.
I've not really renewed them.
Yeah.
I've not really renewed them. I've got the same basic hand tools and that, benders, all the stuff you need to be a plumber. And you know what? I still do the job. I get in and out, and I'm done.
You know what? He's going to take that back when he gets sponsored. He's going to turn up with a pallet full of tools and be like, you know what? Actually, what I said before was completely wrong. New van. You need this. You need this. This. The brand new van. Forget what I said. I was talking bollocks. I had no idea. That was the old Pete. You know what I mean?
This is the new improved Pete.
He's getting paid $3 grand a month.
And I've had hair transplant.
And that's what we was talking about. So you get it online where you'll now get paid a couple of grand a month to promote, let's say, some tools. All of a sudden, you're using more tools than you normally would. And it makes me laugh because on some of the videos, I get people going, them tools are way too expensive. Like, oh, you're spending all your money on tools. It's like, oh, mate, it's obviously an advert.
Yeah.
Come on. I think it's even written at the end. It's written paid partnership on it. You're still writing.
Yeah.
You're paying way too much. All the gear. No idea. But they just write all the gear.
Oh, yeah, I love that. All the gear, no idea.
All the gear, no idea. And I'm like, well, yeah, this is an advert for that tool. So what do you expect? Do you know what I mean? Come on. Yeah. Self-gain.
Yeah.
All that.
And yeah, you're obviously going to get a lot of people like, you know, are like that because they've obviously got the shittiest score drills in the world.
Someone goes, oh, what's wrong with an SDS like that? Why can't you just use an SDS? I've got a core drill.
Don't need to.
I'm promoting a core drill that I've been given. I'm promoting it. Yeah, well, you can just use that though. You can just use this. Yeah, that's great news. And it, like I say, it helps the post at the end. So I've just come to realise, you know what? I just don't care no more. Yeah. I don't care. This is it. If you want to look at it, look at it. If you don't look.
Yeah, no, you're right, mate. You're right.
I'm watching all you fraudulent influencers. And marketing companies. I'm on to you, mate. Yeah? I'm going to expose you. Nah, not really. Look, listen, I'm just saying I see it and just letting everyone know that we see it. And that's down to the marketing companies and the actual, wannabe influencers or influencers, if you like.
There's a lot of... how do you feel about that word, Tyson? Because a lot of people don't like the word influencer.
I don't, I'm over it a bit now, but I see myself as a content creator. And you could say influencer, essentially, because it's what I do.
It is a word, you influence people. So just, like, people don't like it, but it is what it is.
It's the bit where you go... Hey guys, you just think of that. Someone that goes, hey guys, all that
Dave?
kind of. Hey guys. Yeah, but that kind of is what I think of when I think of an influencer. This is exactly what I think. It's those words, like straight away. So yeah, I'm trying to get over it now because it's a bit like that's not me, but it is.
Yeah. No,
I'm also a tradesman as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, you got to sort of like own it a bit.
I've done some time in it. How long have you been plumbing then?
25 years.
Yeah, so you've been in it like I'd say 10 years longer than I have. So I've been in it for about 15 years.
Yeah, and you're getting all these deals over me. What's going on?
Yeah, that's it.
I've been 15 years in it before you, mate. Where's my drills? Where's my man?
This is it, innit? Yeah. You know what I mean? But then you got people coming in for 2 seconds. Yeah. Literally, they've just dabbled their toe. They've realised, you know what? There's actually more money if I do this. But, like I say, it's fine. But just be honest. Yeah. You don't know everything. No. Don't make out you're the nuts. Because you're not yet. You will be at some time, but you're not yet. Just be honest about your journey. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest about it.
You don't know how to use them power tools. Yeah, you don't know how to use them. Go back to the one in the drawer by the bed. You know what I mean?
Mate. This is what we were talking about.
I don't even know what to say at this point.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't. Yeah,
sorry about that. Yeah, you might want to cut that. I don't know.
They're probably turning down the volume, fucking like up and down.
And just say to everyone that you are okay how you are. You just got to get rid of the tattoos, the scars, the receded hairline and stuff like that, and you'll be alright. They'll all come to you. But realistically, yeah, you are all right at how you are, and there's nothing wrong with your work. The work you're seeing online is a lot of the time sponsored and paid for. So a lot of the videos that I do are sponsored and paid for. So you're going to see me putting in time to these jobs. In the real world, you may not necessarily be able to quote the work to that level, and because you won't win the job. So you want to put in the best stuff and the best this and the best that, but your client may not necessarily be able to afford that. But if we're being paid to do that by the particular company, then we can do that. So when you see it online, don't think, oh, that's what you've got to do every time, and make sure you end up losing money.
Yeah, exactly. Work, you know? And that's the bit we're saying. Be honest about it.
Yeah.
And you're being honest about it. I've said this for years. Like a lot of people, they all done that. They show all the press fit stuff, the fittings and all that. If you're a fella trying to keep up with that, or you just come out of college and you're quoting a job full of press fit, forget it. You're not getting a job.
Forget it.
Do you know what I mean? And that's the point.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the at least you're saying that.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
A lot of them would have you believe that they're buying that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But they're not.
And that's the problem. And this is exactly where the problem is. I think on all sides though. So not just the construction industry. So this is from the marketing people to the actual influencers of the people that are actually trying to push the product. You've got to let it be known. So whether you put paid partnership or whatever, just let it be known that this is what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're getting paid to do that. Because when I first started off, a lot of companies didn't want to do that, and I didn't know about this because I wasn't in the position I'm in now.
Yeah,
you know
have to put it on there.
You've got to put it on, really. I'm talking about for the kids, the people that are up and coming, the people that don't understand social media. How is this person able to install all this stuff? Yeah, I can't do that on my jobs. No. I can't afford to. I wouldn't make a living. No. So you're going crazy staring at these people installing this stuff, and it's so nice, and but you can't physically afford to do it. No. Yeah, because they're getting paid. We're getting paid to install that stuff. We're getting paid to do the job as well. So we can take our time and do a nice job and make it all prim and proper. But in the real world, you ain't able to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've been through that journey.
Come over to my page for that.
Yeah. It might change soon, though, to be fair. He's going to dial down on the swearing and all that stuff. And then before you know it, he'll be going, don't worry about all that old stuff.
That's old hat. I've employed somebody to do my plumbing for me. That's stupid, isn't
He's
it?
only $1,000 a day, so it's all right.
Yeah. Well, I wish. Oh. It'd be amazing, that would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so that's my bit done. I just wanted to let everyone know that's what it is.
No, mate, I think you've touched on a very hot topic, which is, obviously a lot of people are talking about. So, thanks for coming in. Right, thanks for chatting to us and having a laugh about it. Yeah, cheers, mate. And
Kieran's actually pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ah! That was the white in me coming out.
What was that?
Trying to be like your people.
Sweet.
All right, this has been another episode of Off the Job Podcast.
Thanks for watching the show on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts and all other streaming platforms.
If it's your first time watching or not, make sure to subscribe below and follow us on all the big social media stuff like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
For our overtime show on Monday, send us in your stories and comments for it to be read out on the show. Send it in via email, direct message through our social media accounts, or WhatsApp us on 07457 406 259.
And we'll see you on the next episode.